Hello, 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 everyone. How are we doing, my beautiful, creepy people? Can you hear me okay? It looks like the mic is at full capacity, but, you know, it's me. Yes, hi, Wolfie. Yes, you must keep up with the homework. Don't stop homework on my account. Let's see. Just making sure that everything looks good. The music's a little loud. I'm gonna take that down a notch. Yes, thank you, Wolf. I am feeling a lot better. I didn't mean to take 2 weeks off from stream, but it was a really bad flu. Like, really, really bad. I was out. It was probably like 7 days, 7 to 8 days that I was actually sick. Like, my cough just went away yesterday, so. Hello, Goth Mommy, Sylvia, Tom, Wolf, Anthony. Excuse me. Yeah, there's some residual. But we got our coffee, we got our water, we should be good. Ugh, Anthony said that the flu went through his whole family. It's awful. I was quarantined to my bedroom per Mr. Dreadful. He didn't want me near Hunter and getting him sick, which, you know, for obvious reasons. So it was a lot. I hate being sick. I hate being sick for that long. Like, you know, 2 to 3 days, I'm like, no, not even 3 days. Like 2 days, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, let's get back to it. By day like 4, I just didn't know what was going on, and it was worse. Actually, it was about the same as when I had COVID a few years ago, but it was terrible, and I couldn't even, like, I hated it. It was bad. So with my hello, Italian Blue Demon, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Girl, you needed that R&R. I did. I needed some rest, but not that much rest. I hate being I felt so unproductive, and that's the worst thing. And honestly, just not being able to like hang out with little Dreadful and Mr. Dreadful was depressing. Let's see. I'm getting over being under the weather. Oh, I'm sorry, Sylvia. I hope you recover quickly because it's that time of year and everyone is sick. It's just crazy. But I've gotten my coffee. I did a double shot of espresso because I'm crazy and it's 7:30 at night. No, I figured we started earlier today, so I figured double shot's fine. And a little bit of lavender cream. I don't know. It's good. I put too much. It's really sweet, but we'll make do. Hello, Justin. Welcome, welcome. We got some new not faces, but we have some new names in here. I'm very excited. Tonight we're just going to kind of chill, maybe I have a little game, coffee horror edition. So we'll see if we want to break that out or if we just talk. You know, just hanging out. So let's see. Let's catch up a little bit. Let me take a little sip here. And this is one of my favorite mugs. I forgot. I think. Actually, I don't even know where I got this from. It might be TJ Maxx. But it's one of my favorite mugs, and it's cute. And when I drink it, I look like a vampire. So it's cool. That is very sweet. Not really. It's good. It's good. Okay. That wasn't a laugh. That was kind of a cough laugh. I'm sorry if I make like weird mouth noises tonight. Like I said, I'm recovered, but my throat's still a little weird. So that's why I put out a compilation video 2 days ago because I could not find it in me to record. I kept saying, like, last Friday, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna record. I got on camera. I'm like, I look ill. I sound not great. And the video that I am doing for my next video is a really good one. I don't want to, you know, record and not be at my best. So compilation video, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna save up my compilations for when I'm sick because it seems to be happening quite often during the winter. So that's what we're doing. Let's see. Oh, I'm here for whatever. I just like hanging with my deviants and devils. I love it. Oh my gosh. I used to call you guys like my army of the dread, but I kind of like deviants and devils. No, the dreadfuls. Yeah, so what's been going on? Let's catch up. So my birthday, the last time we hung out, it was my birthday stream. So on my birthday, on Monday, after that Friday when we streamed, we had Mr. Dreadful and I were like, and Baby Dreadful was, or Toddler Dreadful was home from school for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Whenever my birthday falls on a Monday, I usually have work off because it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is great. Phantom, what's going on? Hey. So I had off, and like the whole family had off, and we're like, oh yeah, let's go to like a bookstore, like a thrift shop, and get some coffee, just hang out, whatever, do whatever. And guys, it was like 14 degrees out, and that just killed my whole mood. I'm like, I don't want to go out, it's too cold. What did we end up doing? Oh, so Mr. Dreadful cooked me a really nice dinner, and we just hung out the whole day. He was like, he told me to go rest and like hang out downstairs, like, but I wanted to be with them, so I wasn't really by myself. So yeah, didn't really do too much for my birthday except have a delicious dinner. Excuse me. And then I got sick, and then I was kind of just out of it for a few days. And it's kind of insane because right now, at my job, I'm in the middle of like a role change. So I had a lot of training that I needed to be in to understand what my role is going to be changed into. And I just like had my camera off and I was just dying. It was just awful. I felt just icky. That's the best way to describe it. Just ugh. So I wasn't I wasn't a useful member of society for like 8 days, but I still got my work done. And then I called out like one day because I just could not do it. I was staring at my computer, my head was pounding, I was having like, just chills, and it sucked. Let's see. Coming up at the start of the week, we have that frozen mix stuff coming in. Beyond that, it's been a pretty kosher winter. Frozen mix. Oh, Anthony said today is my baby boy's birthday. Happy birthday, little Anderson. How old is he, if you don't mind sharing? That's so fun. February. So actually, my best friend just gave birth to Hunter's, my child's best friend. That's what I keep saying, but I know. So my best friend, she's a mama of 3 now, and she had her little boy on Monday, and he's beautiful and perfect, and he's going to be Hunter's best friend because they're 18 months apart, which isn't too far apart, but yeah, she's like my best friend, and our husbands are really, really good friends, so I'm like, it's evident, like, he's just gonna be, his little best friend. I was really happy, like, oh gosh, tears. When I saw the pictures, I was just like, oh, he's so cute. Babies are so, like, I forgot how tiny they are when they first come out. It's crazy. My boy just had turned 18 months yesterday, and we had his 18-month appointment, his doctor appointment, and the doctor's just like, wow, I can't believe how big he's gotten already. Like, it's just, because we've been going to her since he was a newborn, and it's just, time is flying, and it's weird. It's really weird. Let's see. Anthony said Zach is 10. What a good age. Happy birthday, Zach. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, he's gonna start feeling those double digits. It's a big time for the wee ones. Yeah. Oh, double digits. Did you guys do anything fun? Are you doing anything tonight or tomorrow, this weekend? I think it's supposed to be pretty nice out this weekend. In Texas anyway. I think we're getting like 80-degree weather. It was actually 80 degrees on yesterday. I went outside and I was like, what is this? And this is why everyone keeps getting sick. Oh, that was loud. Sorry. I am going to use my mug warmer that Curious Raven got me for Christmas. Because usually I do the iced coffees on the stream, but I wasn't feeling iced coffee today. I had, ooh, this is actually my third caffeinated beverage. It's probably not a good idea, but it's fine. The first one was just a matcha. I posted it today. Actually made that one last night to record, and then the one that I recorded, and then I made another one this morning. And it was like really good. Tonight is back down in the 40s. It's so weird. Yeah, the weather has been crazy. It goes from, you know, super warm in the daytime, and then it'll be like 40, 30 degrees when we wake up. It doesn't feel like a real winter right now. It just feels like fall, spring. Texas gets a lot of those. What kind of homework are you working on tonight, Lone Wolf? Anything interesting and fun? Yeah. All right. I guess we can just go into the game, right? Like, it's 7:41, talking for 10 minutes. I recently read the Jurassic Park book, and I was surprised by how good it was. Oh, nice. Sylvia said it was glorious today, sunny, not too windy. Awesome. Yeah, the other day it straight up felt like a mid-spring day. It really did, Tom. Like, I don't know, I walked out, I went to the gym. Yeah, it was okay. It was like all week. It was pretty warm. I went to the gym on Wednesday because yesterday we didn't go because baby had his appointment. So I went to the gym and I walk outside. I'm like, whoa, it's like really warm, and I was completely overdressed. I have, like, when I go to the gym, I just wear like a really big oversized hoodie and leggings, and I was like, this is gonna be terrible. And it was just so, but it was a good workout. It was just like, ugh, it was too hot. Yeah, so the game for tonight, oh, actually, let me read what Lone Wolf said. It's a proposal paper for my statistics class is due tonight, so not as fun as normal. Yes, it's an excellent read, very engaging. I definitely recommend it, especially if you are a fan of the movie. Cool. Yeah, I have such a long TBR right now. It's insane. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. Not that didn't make any difference. Hold on. I guess I can just read the questions from my phone because I don't want to keep looking up. Okay. So this game is called, it's kind of like True or False, but we're calling it Dark Roast or Death Omen. Sorry. So basically it's going to be true or false. I'm going to ask a question, and if you think it's true, it's Dark Roast. And then if we think it's false, it's Death Omen. Pretty simple. But some of the questions are, they're basically like coffee related, but spooky coffee related. So it's pretty cool. Like, I think you guys would like it. Hey Angel, what's going on? We're just getting into a game. It's true or false, but it's called Dark Roast or Death Omen. So the first question is, so Dark Roast means it's true. So if you put in, I'll just put in the chat, I'll just, like, when I type it out, I'll put Dark Roast or Death Omen, and that means true or false. Sorry guys, it's been a very long day, like very, very, very long. I was in 6 meetings today when originally I started off the day with 0 meetings, so I'm a little tapped out, but we're trying it here. We're trying. Okay. All right, so Dark Roast or Death Omen. A coffee shop in New Orleans is haunted by a ghostly barista who still serves drinks. And then I'm gonna put, I mean, actually, we don't even need to do a poll, I don't think. I think we can kind of just type it in the chat. You don't even have to write dark roast or death omen. You can just write true or false if you want. So the question again is, a coffee shop in New Orleans is haunted by a ghostly barista who still serves drinks. Is it true or false? Dark roast or death? Yeah, we don't even have to say omen. Phantom, that is a great question. You know how you fit in 6 meetings in a day? You don't get any other work done. That's how you do it. Sorry. That sounds very dark roast for New Orleans. Ooh, so Tom is saying dark roast. So we got one true. I like to think that was true. Dark roast because it's New Orleans. And Phantom's response is LOL. But I know that he's responding to my other thing that I said. I want a doofus roast specifically formulated for me. Dark roast. All right, so we have everyone who voted dark roast, you are true. And the legend behind that is in the 1800s, people sorry. I went to the next question. Okay, it says, oh, Café du Monde is rumored to have ghostly activity. I need to do a story on that now because I need to figure out. I'm gonna put this here actually, and then we'll read them like that so that I'm not like staring away from you guys too much. Okay, cool. So that's pretty cool, and I want that doofus. Although I'd be mad if it was still working. If I was still working then, oh my gosh, I know. That's so funny, Goth Mommy. I actually saw something the other day. It was a reel. It was like, imagine like we get to heaven and then they just like hand out assigned jobs. Like, okay, here you go. I would be pissed. I'd be like, okay, so you're telling me I've worked my entire life on Earth from the time I was 15 years old until, whenever I work until, and you're giving me a job in heaven? That's not fair. The only job I want in heaven is to drink coffee. It's not even a job. Imagine in heaven you can drink like an unlimited amount of coffee without there being any repercussions. That would be cool. Okay. Alright, this one's a cool one. Dark roast or death omen? In the 1800s, people believed drinking coffee at midnight could summon demons. True or false? Doofus roast. I need a mug with that. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna create a coffee blend and just call it Doofus roast, and you guys can buy it. Oh, just imagine being dead in heaven. Yeah, all you do is petition God on behalf of your family to answer their prayers. Oh, that was weird. Surprisingly, I talked about death a little bit too much today, but it's okay. Death omen. Okay, so Sylvia thinks false. It's true because I summoned a few demons from the Ethiopian roast I drank the other day. Dark roast. Okay, so Lone Wolf is saying true. I like doing it this way when it's not like multiple choice, because then I can see like who's guessing what. The other one, it's like we don't know really who's saying what. So I thought that this is pretty cool. Wouldn't surprise me. True. Dark roast for sure. Dark roast. Some people get jittery with coffee is my theory. Okay, so this one is death omen, but tea leaf reading was popular for predicting death. So that one is not true. But I mean, we can make it true. Let's just we'll wait until midnight. We'll summon spirits with our dark roast, and there you go, it's true. Ethiopian coffee is good though. It is. There was a blend that I used to get from Starbucks way back, and I'm pretty sure it was their Ethiopian roast or their Kenyan. I don't know which one it was, but it was really, really good, and they just stopped making excuse me, they just stopped making it and it got annoying. Okay. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay. I just had Vietnamese coffee the other day. It's so good. When it's made correctly, it is so good. I love that, and I love Thai tea. Ugh, so amazing. I actually wanted to try to make my own Vietnamese coffee. I need a certain tool to do it though, so we'll see. Maybe. I mean, I'm investing a lot for my coffee reels that I do and my TikToks and stuff, so that's an option. Okay. So this one is: a Seattle cafe serves the Widow's Wake, a coffee blend so strong it causes hallucinations. Dark roast or death omen? Thai tea, yes. Oh my gosh, I know. When did I get Thai? I had Thai tea the other day too. It's so good. There's actually Angel. There's a they call it Thai coffee creamer, but I think it's trying to be a Thai tea. It doesn't taste exactly like it, but it is really good. It's like kind of doesn't taste anything like Thai tea, but either way, it's still really good. I started using it. It's well, I kind of stopped using it, but I bought it a few times and it was really good. It was from Coffee Mate. So let's see. Dark roast. I've been to Seattle, but I can't remember. That's funny. But I've heard that extreme doses of nutmeg can cause hallucinations. Oof, I didn't know that. I'm with Angel. Death omen until proven otherwise. Okay, so we have mostly false over here. Let's see. Dark roast. It's real. Some high caffeine blends can cause vivid dreams. And I guess I have to find out which. Now I have to do some Googling and figure out which Seattle cafe serves this and not to go there if I'm ever there in Seattle. I'll totally take coffee with a side of hallucinations, please. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's so annoying. Yeah, it is really sweet. All right, cool. Okay. Another coffee shop question. Okay, there's a coffee shop in Transylvania that only serves black coffee because adding milk is considered bad luck. Dark roast or death omen? I didn't know that about nutmeg. And Angel said road trip. Hell yes, let's go. I'll just make sure not to get the hallucination blends, but I'll go. Oh, Queenie, I tried these mushroom gummies for my new dispo the other day, and wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't even imagine. Alright, let's see. Alright, so Lone Wolf is saying Death Omen, and Angel is saying Dark Roast. You know, like, I've been doing all these, like, coffee reels and stuff, and I never even thought to do any about, like, actual coffee. Like, you know, like, I was pairing, I think I did, like, the honey one, where I paired it with, like, a story about honey, and then I did one, for, Nosferatu, I did, like, a cherry cold foam, did I do? I did something like that. But, and like for Valentine's Day, I've started this week doing like different strawberry cold foams and things like that. But I never thought, and like I always try to pair the stories accordingly. So like for Valentine's Day, Tom Keithley in here has been helping me tremendously by like sending me some really cool stories about like gut-wrenching, tragic love stories that, you know, now they're haunted and stuff like that. So I always have a theme, but I never thought like, hey, maybe I should do some about actual like coffee history. That's a really good idea. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I love having these live streams. My brain just goes like, okay. So, God, mommy says need to renew my passport first, but heck yeah. Nice. God, mommy, where are you? Are you in Canada or Australia? I know I have like, it's so interesting when I look at my stats to see where people are from, like who's watching my videos and things. I have a good amount in Australia. And I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, just a fun fact. You're in the Wales. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I did not know you were in the UK. That's so cool. I don't know why I thought that you were in Canada or Australia. You know what? I think I was getting that confused because I know Paunch Monster, she's in Australia. Maybe that's who I was getting confused with. But cool. Welcome. How is the UK right now? Is it cold? Is it foggy? Okay, back to this. Sorry. It is a death omen. It's made up. But black coffee does have a stronger link to folklore. So we're going to be adding all these things that I'm learning today. Okay. All right. Dark roast or death omen. The term coffee break originally came from funeral wakes where mourners stayed up drinking coffee with the dead. Okay, so dark roast, true, or death omen, false. Sorry. Yay, more story ideas. I love story ideas. They're like, I really am enjoying doing the true ghost stories. I had, sidetrack for a second, because that's what we do here. So I was really nervous about posting on TikTok. Like, I just didn't do it because I just thought TikTok was going to be the platform that made me feel bad about myself and like hated me. And I can tell you that is the furthest from the truth. I have been getting such positive comments and feedback, especially from women on there, and I just think that's really cool. It's like women supporting women, let's go. And I just like, I got the nicest comment the other day, and I was having such a bad day, just like, not just like work-wise. Like it's just been a crazy few months at work that I've been super stressed out and like feeling like I'm not doing enough for my channel because it's just the struggle. Anyway, and I almost started crying because she's like, your voice is chef's kiss, like you're the next ghost girl. And I was like, I love that. It was just like, I don't know, it's just that like you're the next like ghost girl voice or something, and it just made me so happy. And I was like, you get a follow for that. But everything, the day that TikTok was supposed to like shut down or whatever, and it shut down for like 5 minutes, this one girl found me and she commented, why did I just find this awesome creator the day TikTok is going down? And then it went back up like a few hours later, and I'm like, I'm here, hi, don't leave. So but it's just so nice to see. I think the meanest comments I get are on YouTube, and my husband kind of pointed out, he's like, well, yeah, because you have more people like subscribe to you on YouTube and stuff. And I was like, I don't think my subscribers are gonna be mean to me though, right? I don't know, like, do people hate subscribe? I don't know, but I don't know. I got like a really, really, really mean comment a few weeks ago, not on my channel, but it did like sit with me for a bit, because I'm just like, like after having like a pretty bad week and then just being like seeing that, it just did not make me feel good. But then like, you can't base how you feel off of like one comment or something. But yeah, TikTok has been really good for me. It is weird because when my TikToks do really well, like 800 views, they do so bad on Instagram. Like I'll get like 30 views, and on YouTube, forget it. I'm getting like 12 views per, but that's fine because that's like a newer channel that I created. But it's so interesting because today on Instagram Reels, my reel hit 1,000 views, but then on TikTok it was at 34 when I last checked, and I'm like, what in the world? Like, how? It's just so weird how you're like kind of comparing the different audiences and seeing like what works here, what doesn't work here. And I guess on Instagram they like the very bright thumbnails, maybe because I did a really bright purple thumbnail for my reel today. And on TikTok, when I'm kind of wash them out with a filter and make them look really dark and eerie, I've been getting good responses on that. And I also realized that taking off the Scare You Awake title has been helping a lot too. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun doing my coffee reels. I'm not stopping anytime soon. Like, I made an entire channel dedicated to it. So we're gonna keep going. Sorry, what was the question again? I'm so sorry. I went on a I went on a rant. Let me see. Okay. The term coffee break originally came from funeral wakes where mourners stayed up drinking coffee with the dead. I'll give you guys a few more seconds and then I'll tell you the answer because I literally went on a whole rant. Let's see. Feeling some dark roast. Okay, sorry, I'm reading up the comments here. I think I missed a whole bunch. She absolutely was, Tom. Oh, Diana was a treasure. Okay, I didn't know who we were talking about. Okay, Princess Di. Loved her. Iconic. Tragic and iconic. Okay, so he said, Tom says it feels like dark roast. Goth Mommy is saying Death Omen. Okay. Lone Wolf said Dark Roast. Oh, thank you, Angel. Angel said that's awesome. Okay, Sylvia said Dark Roast. Tom said Dark Roast, and Angel said Death Omen. Oh my gosh, my husband makes funeral potatoes, by the way, Angel. They're good. He came up, one day he was like, have you ever had funeral potatoes? But hold on, I'll tell you guys. Okay, it's actually dark roast. Victorian wakes often involved late night coffee drinking. Okay. Excuse me. Yes, so one night my husband was like, have you ever had funeral potatoes before? And I was like, no, what's that? And he's like, I'm gonna make them for you. And it was like my favorite thing for a week. He was just like making them all week. But we're doing like, I mean, technically it's probably could fit into whatever we're eating, but we're doing like just a lifestyle change. I don't want to say it's a diet because I feel like it's so silly to say, oh, we're dieting, when really all we're doing is just not eating processed food. We're just kind of taking out the processed stuff. I will admit, I still put a little bit of creamer, and I'm pretty sure they have seed oils and all the bad shit, but whatever. Like, that's the only bad thing I have, and I've been going to the gym consistently again since like end of December, so you know, so I don't like saying like, oh, we're dieting. We're just doing a lifestyle change, and basically it's just whole foods, like he's just doing carnivore, which is just meat, which good for him, my husband, because I'm like, I need a sweet potato, or I need some asparagus. So I'm doing like an animal-based diet. It's called diet. Like I said, not diet. It's just what we're changing our lifestyle to. And like every night I get to have steak for dinner, and it's good. And the way to keep this like super cheap, just go to Costco and get a whole ton of steaks, and you're good for like, I think we were good for like a week and a half between the two of us. So, and we don't eat that much, so it's just like we split the steaks, and it's not dieting, it's just a process you're going through by eliminating processed food. It's just exactly. I'm bringing this back for my wake. Oh, Angel. Let's see. How did I not know that? I know about someone watching the coffin overnight to make sure the cat doesn't jump over it. Ooh, I've never heard that one. That one's fun. All right, let's see. All right, so the next one is, so these are just kind of general horror questions. Dark roast or death omen? A woman once woke up in her coffin after being declared dead and lived for 5 years afterwards. Is it dark roast or death omen? You tell me. But yeah, so the funeral potatoes, they're just, I think, if I'm not mistaken, corn, what are those called? Like the cornflakes, potatoes, cheese, probably cream of some sort. That's how my husband made them anyway. Dark roast, dark roast. I love animals, but I love eating certain ones too. I know. It's like, I don't think about that. I don't think about that part because I'm a carnivore to the umpth degree. I give it to people who can be vegetarians because I cannot. I need burgers and like just anything. All the meat. So I always feel really bad. So, but I actually I haven't been eating pork too much. Just because, I mean, cows are cute too. I don't want to talk about it, but piggies are so cute. And then I kind of feel bad. So I haven't been eating pork. Okay, that's a lie. I did have bacon the other day, but I'm trying not to eat pork too much. Dark roast, dark roast, dark roast. Okay, everyone is saying dark roast. They fitted bells to coffins for a while and had someone sit by freshly buried coffins. Oh, okay. So I actually did a reel on that, how they used to have bells. Yeah, they used to have bells on. I read that they actually like had bells inside of the coffin and like with the person in there, and if like they were ringing the bell, it's like, oh, we're still alive. But yeah, maybe it's different in different parts of the world, but I did hear about that. It's so crazy. Okay. So this is dark roast. Angelique Cote in the 1800s is the person this happened to. Clearly have to do a story. I am getting so much good content from this little quiz. Same, Queenie. I try not to think about it. If I think about it too much, I have this weird little emo breakdown and end up crying, so. Oh. Yeah. I just, I really don't think about that at all. I'm just like, substance, macros, protein, fat, you know. Okay. Huh. Okay. This one's for you, Tom. It's about Japan. There's a law in Japan that bans drinking coffee after dark because it's believed to attract ghosts. Is it dark roast or death omen? Oh. The bell. Dead ringer came. Yes, thank you, Sylvia. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I did. You know what? I think that's when I was doing my scary snippets and I wasn't narrating. I was just kind of putting information and with music, and that was like my feeble attempt to gain traction on Instagram at one point. But I was like, well, this doesn't make sense for what I'm doing because I'm a horror narrator and I'm not narrating. Maybe I was sick or something. I don't know. But I was doing these things called scary snippets, and I was just taking really morbid facts and just putting music to them. And I think that's what that was. It was a scary snippet, and the dead ringer thing. So many interesting facts. I wish there was more humane laws for animals. I agree. I mean, it's just like, I go on to my Facebook page, my personal one, and I'm always like seeing how people are like giving up their dogs, and then it's like, you know, if it's an old dog, you know, or their old cat. I hate that. You know, it's like sorry, God. Sorry. Okay. Death omen, dark roast. A set of coffee is thought to entice us. Ooh, dark roast. Okay. Dark roast, death omen. So this one is death omen. There's no such law, but Japan does have some eerie ghost cafes. Pretty cool. Okay, the next one. Okay. There's a rare condition where people believe they're already There's a rare condition where people believe they've already died and are ghosts walking among the living. Is that dark roast or death omen? My cat will be 17 years old next Friday. Oh my god, I love that. Yes, you told me. 20 years. That would be amazing. That would be so great. Emmy is approaching, she'll be 12 in March. So 12 or 13, we don't know. Like, we adopted her from a shelter in Yonkers, New York, when we lived in the Bronx, and we didn't know exactly how old she was. She was tiny. She wasn't like a super kitten, but she definitely went through something on the streets, because but she's my baby. I love her so much. She's been with me through it all. Okay, Lone Wolf, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good night. Get that paper done. Okay, not a law, but a superstition. Plus, in the days leading up to the Mii restoration, there were a lot of weird laws in Japan. That is true. I can never give up my dog, Midnight. She's a lifetime commitment. Oh, Midnight. That's such a cute name. And I 100% agree. My, my fur children are my babies just as much as my human child. Seriously, I feel bad lately because Anakin he's been a little extra. Whenever it rains out, it was raining last week, and whenever it rains out, he just refuses to go outside and use the bathroom, the outdoors bathroom. So it's been really rough the past couple of weeks because it's raining on and off, and he'll come inside, won't, and then I'll have to put him in his playpen because he will poop in the house if he doesn't go outside. And then he went in his playpen a bunch of times. I've had to wash his playpen mat freaking 6 times this week already, and I have to wash it again today because even though it wasn't raining outside, he just decided, hey, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. So I feel bad. I don't know what's going on with him. He's being a little, maybe it's a little jealousy thing because we keep him downstairs when baby boy's upstairs with us because he's a lot. He's 22 pounds of pure energy, and we love him so much, so we let him roam around downstairs while we're upstairs. But I think he's starting to feel a certain type of way. But then Hunter goes up to him and goes, Anakin, and he hands him some food, and he's good. Anthony's back. Welcome back. 12-13 is a good age. The world's oldest living cat is actually 29. Wow. My doggo is very much in her terrible twos. Aw, my Annie boy. I love the little man. Yeah, he's so cute. Your doggy is super cute too. I kidnapped what I thought was an abandoned kitten as she weighed 6 pounds. We had her for 9 months until she took ill. Turned out she was at least 19 and thrown out as she was terminally ill. Well, you, Goth Mommy, are amazing for taking her in and giving her some really good moments. I cannot believe people would do that. I understand it's hard to watch your animal or your fur child sick like that, but wouldn't you want to be there? Oh, I'm gonna cry. I can't deal with stuff like that. It just makes me so mad. Exactly. She definitely had a good life with you. I'm so sorry for getting emotional. This is why I don't do any animal abuse stories on my channel, because I can't get through it. Anytime there's even a hint of animal abuse or anything, I will scrap the whole story and just be no, we're not doing it. There was nothing of her and she was the most loving baby. I just don't get it. It's So Miss Megatron, my little black cat, she's been with us excuse me, 7 years now. And she was like going through something, and we had to take her. She had to get surgery, everything like that, because she had a stone, like a gallbladder stone. But even thinking about like, oh, we didn't know if it was cancer or not, but thankfully, thank God, it was not. But it's just like, even thinking about that, you can't just, I would never be able to be like, okay, so you're sick, I'm gonna leave you out on the street. Like, who the fuck does that? Oh, that's like my biggest pet peeve, and people like that don't deserve to have animals. Cody, what's going on? We're talking about how shitty people are who leave their animals abandoned. She's sneezing on my feet now, just saying she loves your voice and AJ's voice. She always, oh, AJ is doing her premiere tonight, probably. I'm usually so tired, and I have not been a good friend in listening to the premieres, but I listen to her stuff like after the fact. My animals mean so much. They keep my depression at bay. Exactly. I get it. Because they're just like, it's really nice working from home. When I like having a day, I'll just like, Miss Megatron usually, excuse me, she usually sits on my lap like pretty much the entire day unless I have meetings, which has been mostly my days lately. But when I'm just doing emails and stuff, she'll sit on my lap or she'll sit next to my desk. And it's just like, just having her purr on me is like so calming and relaxing. But then sometimes she tries to scratch up my chair, and then I get mad at her, so I'm like, you can't do that. But yeah, they're children, and I just feel like anyone who can easily just be like, oh no, we had a lifestyle change, or like, I've seen so many people like, oh, we had a baby, we can't have can't have the dog anymore or something. I'm just like, that's not true. But oh, thank you so much, Anthony. That is actually the one that got published in the magazine that I talked about last stream. Flossie, oldest cat, born December 29th, 1995, a couple months younger than Logan Paul. That's so funny. What did Cody say? Okay. Oh, we have more questions. Hold on. I forgot we were playing a game. I got like one of my soapbox and started talking about animals. Oh, that's right. I asked the question already. Sorry. There's a rare condition where people believe they're already dead and are ghosts walking among the living. Is that dark roast or is it death omen? Tom says, I love animals more than I love most people. You're not wrong. Because animals are just like, they're so precious. They're too good for this world. Dark roast. Okay. We got one dark roast. It's so funny when people are like, oh, this person's 25 or 26 or something. I forget how old I am sometimes, and then I'm like, I'll see like a 25, 26-year-old and be like, yeah, I definitely don't look like that anymore. I'm definitely like in my, is 36 late 30s? I get, oh, ew, 30s, is it? I guess, whatever. But it's just so funny because like I feel so much younger than I actually am most days, and then I'll like actually see like a 25, 24-year-old and be like, yeah, no, I'm definitely not that anymore. Death omen, dark roast delicious, dark roast. Okay, so dark roast. It is called Kotar's delusion. Another story coming up. Let's see. What else do we have? Ooh, I like this one. Okay. Dark roast or death omen? In old vampire lore, spilling coffee grounds on your doorstep could prevent vampires from entering. Is this a solution for our vampire problem? Sorry. Sounded funnier in my head. It wasn't funny. I'll dig into that one more. Thank you, Tom. Tom's been writing me some great stuff. That's the video that I'm currently working on that I stopped recording because I was like, man, this is not going well. Like, the story, the way he wrote the script is so amazing, and I just did not want to mess it up by sounding half-ass and coughing. Oh my god, the amount of times I had to stop just for like these 1 minute shorts that I'm doing. Last week, when I, like, you can hear in most of the recordings from last week, I was just like, my nose was nasally and it wasn't my best work. But there were so many times where it took me like 25 minutes just to record a 1 minute thing because of how much coughing I was doing. It was like, is this even worth it? And I didn't want to not go 2 weeks of not posting, so this week was good. I got them all out. I totally didn't realize today was Friday, so in my head this morning, like, as I was working, I was like, what kind of drink can I do for tomorrow that can be like pretty you know, Valentine's Day-y. Excuse me. And I was like, oh, I don't need to do anything until Monday, or well, Sunday night at least. And so, but I came up with a good one. I'm excited for it. Okay. Death omen, but watch me be wrong. Been years since I was a broody vampire goth. No. This feels like something I've heard before, with vampire teeth on her coffee mug. Dark roast because I think there's something with counting, lol. Not as old as Lana Del Rey. Okay. Hello, Luna. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while. How are you? Alright, so that one is actually Death Omen. It was mustard seeds, not coffee. So there's a fun fact for you. If you're trying to keep the vampires at bay, just put some mustard seeds in front of your door. Who would have known? Iced green tea from Starbucks. Yum. Sweetened or unsweetened? You know, I used to get the iced, or sometimes actually I'll get this on a summer day, just an iced green tea with passion fruit and a little bit of classic syrup. So good. Either. Nice. Yeah, they're both really good. Alright, cool. Oh, so Luna, we're playing a game. It's basically true or false, but we're making it spookier, and we're doing Death Omen for false and Dark Roast for true. So I'm asking like horror related questions, some coffee related, and we're just saying if they're true or false or not, or Death Omen or Dark Roast. So that's kind of the vibe right now. We're just chilling, talking, playing a little bit of a game. Let's see. So the next question is, some people have experienced phantom caffeine, feeling jittery or energized just from the smell of coffee. Is that Dark Roast true or Death Omen false? I be having a blast in these chats. Yay, I'm so happy to hear that. I used to have pretty sharp teeth until I went to the dentist, but they did a good job. That's cool. I have really sharp canines, I guess they're called. Is that what they're called? The two pointed teeth. Like, they're super sharp. But I joke around. I'm like, it's because I'm a vampire. Wouldn't that be cool? I've actually, speaking of vampires, so I'm doing the most ridiculous thing, and oh, that's why when I was sick, I was like trying to get myself to fall asleep, and I ended up binging the entire first season of Vampire Diaries. I don't know why I never watched. Oh no, I do know why I never watched that show, because it came on when I was like working 2 jobs and in school, and I just did not watch TV at all for like a good 3 years. So unless I could get it on like Netflix when they would deliver the CDs to you. Do you remember that? That's how old I am. I used to get the DVDs delivered to my apartment. But anyways, yeah, I never watched Vampire Diaries, and I'm watching it now. And the entire cast is gorgeous. Like, there's not like one person in there where I'm like, ew, you know? They're all baddies. They're all cute. It's just, it's such a 2010s show. The style is just phenomenal. Because I'm like, I was watching one episode and literally the outfit that, oh my god, what's the main, Elena, right? That's her name? Yeah. The outfit that Elena was wearing, I was like, I had that jacket, I had those boots, I would wear those skinny jeans. Like, that was just my whole outfit. And there was one episode where Caroline was getting dressed for like a dance or something, and the dress was just so 2010. And I was like, man, good times, good times. Very nostalgic. Okay, let's see. In my experience, dark roast. The smell of coffee is invigorating. Dark roast, probably dark roast, as people can be very sensitive to caffeine. Vampire Diaries is a guilty pleasure of mine. What are you drinking, Danny? Oh, I am drinking a double shot of espresso with some lavender creamer from Starbucks. It's like a non-dairy lavender cream. I put a lot of cream in there though, so it's kind of too sweet, but I'm just sipping on it. Okay, so it actually is dark roast. So whoever guessed dark roast is correct. The brain reacts to the scent. That's why. Cool. Ooh, Coca-Cola. I love Coca-Cola, but I only like the zero Coca-Cola now. I don't know if it's because I drink that more than regular Coke, but yeah, I like the zero one. I haven't, oh no, I did have some caffeine today. It's very angsty. Wait, I'm a mix of Damon and Klaus. Oh wow, that is quite the the combination. Okay, so I actually watched the originals. Was it the originals? Or yes. So I never watched the Vampire Diaries, but I did watch the originals like a few years ago. Not when it first came out though. I waited, and I really liked Klaus in the originals. Elijah was my favorite, I think. But then the witch, I liked her. Her name in real life is Danielle, the witch girl. I just know that because it's my name, and I saw her name and I was like, oh, she's cool. I like her. But I don't remember why I never finished the originals. I have to, but I stopped watching it for whatever reason. Probably my ADD kicked in and I started watching a new show, or I just didn't. But yeah, I hate Klaus right now. Like, I know that he is maybe more likable in the originals, if I remember correctly, but I hate him. Like, he's Joffrey to me. That's how I feel. Or not even Joffrey. Who was the other one? Shoot, I wish my husband was in here. Who is the one that was worse than Joffrey? He had like the really short hair. And I'm not explaining him right. Now I'm gonna be annoyed. Ramsay, I think. Yeah, pretty sure that's his name. But yeah, that's how I perceive Klaus right now, and I hate him. I'm just like, I understand you'll probably redeem yourself somehow, like Damon did. Because at first I hated Damon too. I was like, this dude just walking around killing everyone. Like, what is going on? And I'm not even gonna say like spoilers, because the show is how many years old? Like, super old. So yeah, I'm talking spoilers here. But Ramsay, yes. Ramsay Bolton, thank you. Yep, I wasn't even reading the chat. Multiple people have told me that. I've never seen it yet. LOL. Sounds yummy. It's very angsty. You love it. It's so good. Like, okay, I won't do any more spoilers then. I'm just gonna say, I don't know if I'm team Stefan or team Damon. That's the issue. But I honestly think I am team Stefan because I don't know. I just feel like they make more sense to me. I don't know how it ends. I don't know who she ends up with, so I'm not quite there yet. I'm only on like season 2, I think. Santa Claus. Yep. Klaus is delightfully complex. You know, oh, actually, no, I'm on the 3rd season. Yeah. He has mommy issues and daddy issues. So, yeah, I can understand that being like, but he's also like, how many years old? Like, come on, bro. We need to move past it. We need to move past it. So, that's my take on it. She ends up with Rick Grimes. Is that show still on? Walking Dead. I haven't even I know there's like I saw something else pop up and it was just like The Last Ones or something. I don't know. Stefan is ugh. Stefan is Stefan. Okay. I mean, it's his charm. I guess he's like very handsome to me, so I'm like, oh, Stefan can do no wrong. But then like the 2nd season when he like went off the rails, without saying too much, I don't want to go like I don't want to ruin it for Angel. She watches it eventually, but I mean the part when like I don't know, it's kind of just like, come on. It was annoying. That arc to me was super annoying with him and Elena at the one point. I was just like but then again, I had to remember it's a teenager show, right? So we can't be too mad. And it's based on a book, so oh, cool. The Museum of Natural History. I love that place. I used to go there a lot when I lived in New York, New Jersey. How did you like it? What was your favorite part? I feel Damon is more authentic as a character. I think so too, Tom. I'll agree with you in that one because I feel like he knows he's bad. He knows he's a vampire. He's like, I'm not trying to hide it. So I feel it. I'm a narcissist who strongly considers becoming a vampire. Oh, you can talk about it. I have a bad memory. Okay. I have a bad memory when it comes to shows. Like, you guys know, every time I'm on this chat, I'm like, oh yeah, that show with what's it called? What's the name? And I like just watched it, so I'm right there with you, Angel. Cody said, that's why narcissists shouldn't become vampires. Probably the ancient weapon displays. Some of the art was cool too. Nice. Very cool. Ugh, I used to love that place. There was also one place I used to go to when I was very little, like in elementary school. It was the Liberty Science Center. That place was so cool. I don't know if it still exists, but it was pretty awesome. Yeah, exactly, Tom. That show with the guy, the one with the hair and the face, that's pretty much how I describe everything. Yeah, it's getting a little bit too sweet for me. I don't know if I can finish that. Oh, let's go to the next question. But yeah, overall, I'm really enjoying the show. I'm taking into consideration, like, all right, this was made for teenagers and, like, very young adults. So, of course, the storyline is going to be kind of stupid at some points. But overall, I am enjoying it. Okay, let's see. Okay, Dark Roast or excuse me, Dark Roast or Death Omen. The first horror movie ever made featured a vampire. Wow. The first horror movie ever made featured a vampire. Dark Roast or Death Omen. He would kill someone over Reese's Pieces. E.T. was a narcissist. Dark Roast, Dark Roast. Dark Roast. Whoa, we got a lot of Dark Roasts over here. Why is my lighting weird? What is going on? That was weird. Where would I get these brands of coffee? Which brands of coffee? So I am currently drinking, wait, what was it? Death Wish coffee. And my best friend actually gave it to me for my birthday, but I found that they have it at Walmart. E.T., the extraterrestrial roast. Nosferatu. That's actually, I was thinking the same thing, Goth Mommy. But, okay, so dark roast is true. We are dark roast. But it was actually Le Manoir. Okay, I'm gonna, okay. Le Manoir du Diable. Okay. I failed French. Just let me put that out there. So the name of the movie was Le Manoir du Diable in 1896. It featured a vampire-like demon. Amazon. Oh, Walmart. That's cool. Yeah, Amazon has some pretty decent roasts. I ordered one from there. It's pretty fresh. It wasn't too bad. I usually go to this place HEB, which is in Texas, and they have like a ton of different ones, but the Death Wish coffee, it's so good. It's pretty strong, and my friend, she knows like that I do my coffee reels and everything, so she's like, yeah, I thought this would be really cool for you to like feature in your reels. She's always thinking of stuff like that. Like even the first time I told her, she was one of the very, very few people in my real life to know about my channel, because I didn't really tell anybody about it, because I was like, you know, whatever. It's like, this is when I was like still really, really new, and I was trying to kind of like keep it to myself. But I told her about it, and the first year for my birthday that she found out, or she knew about it, she got me like a little microphone that I can plug in into my phone, and her husband didn't know about it yet. So he's like, why are you getting Danielle like a microphone? It's like, doesn't make sense. And she's like, I don't know, because she likes to sing and stuff, and because she wanted to keep my secret from me. And I was like, I love you. But yeah, I just thought that was really sweet, because like every time she gets me a gift, it's like very thoughtful, and you know, so everything that she got me for my birthday was she actually got me a latte art pen, and I have to learn how to use it before actually posting anything, but I have to practice with that this weekend, so I'm excited. I remember HEB. There's one in Raymondville. I love HEB. It's my favorite store ever. Says the Italian from Brooklyn. Wonder why that didn't fit. They had some coffee grinds at the museum, but the prices were ridiculous. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like when you buy anything from like gift shops, the prices are insane. Yes. Oh, Rose, hey, what's going on? I didn't see you there. Hello. Big Daddy Stone, hello, welcome. It has been forever. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Good. Just living the dream over here. Okay, let's see. Tom, you also live in New York. Diablo phone autocorrect. I think I missed something, sorry. Oh my god, the Haunted Castle. Yes, forgot that one. Okay, well that's amazing that you even knew that, because I feel a little embarrassed. I didn't even know what the first horror movie ever made was. So that's good to know, and that's going in the rotation of something that I'm going to talk about. Not a big coffee drinker. I prefer tea. Totally get that. My latest reel and TikTok thing that I did was a matcha latte with a homemade strawberry cold foam, and it came out really good. It looked really ugly because I don't know, I guess the matcha, when you mix it with water, doesn't look that pretty until you mix it with the milk. So I didn't do a whole mixing, and I was just like, here, and it looked separated and kind of like swamp water, but it's okay. It did its job. It you know, it was good. Um, let's see. Past life, maybe. I have a very New York personality, I've been told. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I lived in New York for, let's see, I lived in New Jersey my whole life, basically. And then I moved to New York when I was 24, 25. No, like 24, and then I lived there till I was 27, and then I moved to Texas. So I was in New York for quite a bit, but honestly, I felt like I lived in New York since I was 21 because I had a job in New York and I lived in New Jersey, so I was just commuting a lot, but I was always in New York. Like, I made friends, would sleep over their houses, so I didn't have to go back all the way to New Jersey, and, you know. Ooh. Sorry, that was for you, Tom, that you're digging into. Cotards. I don't know I'll have to look up the pronunciation. I'm not a big. So yeah, so if you're looking for like a blonde roast, I would recommend honestly the Starbucks blonde roast that you can just buy anywhere is really good. It's not as strong as like the medium and dark roast. It's definitely a smoother flavor in my opinion, but I'm big into the dark roast and the espresso blends. That's my jam. The stronger the better. And the Death Wish coffee is super strong, and I was just like, crap, like I'm not gonna finish my coffee because I did a double shot of espresso and I will not sleep tonight if I do that. So I got on Google Earth and went all the way down Clinton Road after you dropped that story about it. It looks like a pretty drive. It is when it's not scary in the middle of the night, but it is really great. There's another one. So I did quite a few weird New Jersey locations with my friends when I was younger because that was what we did when we were 16 through 18 years old. Like, what else is there to do in boring ass New Jersey? So we used to just like, we bought the Weird New Jersey book, like the physical copy of the book. There's like different volumes and editions. I don't know which one we had, but we all chipped in, we bought it, and we're like, okay, like this is near us, and we're like, you know, using MapQuest. I'm so old. Yeah, we were using MapQuest, printed out the directions, and whoever could drive at the time, we would call them up and be like, hey, like let's go here. So we've done, with my friends I did Skillman is something I want to talk about, but I don't think that was a Weird New Jersey book thing. I think one of my friends just knew about it, but basically what Skillman was, it was an abandoned town for epileptic people, because back in the day they thought people with seizures, like, there was something wrong with them. They didn't know what was going on, so what they did horrible experiments on them, and instead of trying to cure them, they were trying to figure out why they were having seizures and what's in their brain, so they would try to like lobotomize them. It was awful. So there was actually a hospital that got knocked down since, because I think I went in like 2011, 2012, but they actually like knocked it down and turned it into a park. But it was just an entire community that was just abandoned. So we went in, you weren't supposed to, obviously. It was like, we did some urban exploration, and we went into the Skillman Hospital, and it was freaky. Like, it was freaky. I'm telling you, I just had a really weird feeling the entire time being inside there, and I'm not even lying. It wasn't just like, ooh, something touched me. It was like, I literally felt a hand on my shoulder, and that's why I want to talk about this experience, because it was scary. And like, one of my friends I was with, I was just like, can we please go? And we drove like 2 hours, I think. It was a really long drive. Maybe it wasn't 2 hours, but it was definitely a longer drive. And I've tried looking things up on the community. I cannot find anything on it. So I actually reached out to my friend that I went with, and I was like, hey, like, what was the name? Because I actually forgot the name of it. And he was the one who told me that it was Skillman. And I was like, that's it. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, it's like everything got knocked down. It's just a park now. And it's so sad to think about all that history just knocked down. But at the same time, it's like, is it a good thing that it was knocked down because of all the sadness and tragic history that's there? So, okay, let me read you guys your comments. Ooh, where's my mouse? There it is. Whoop. Nope, there it is. Okay. Luna says, I'm from New York. Nice. I lived in New York for 0 years. Moved to New York for 0 years. I lived in Texas for 0 years. You forgot about New Jersey. Just kidding. New York comes out sometimes. My New York comes out sometimes. It's kind of adorable. Yeah, I get that a lot. It's usually like if I'm really sleepy, which I'm kind of sleepy today, or if I'm just like in the flow and not really talk, I don't know. But when I used to drink, when I drank a lot, my New York was heavy. Do you make your own coffee or you get it from the cafe or deli? I actually make my own coffee. I bought a little espresso machine and I've been learning the art of espresso and just kind of making my own because I work from home. I'm home all the time, so I might as well get good at making coffee. But I do enjoy the occasional Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros actually has a new Valentine's Day line. I might try it. We'll see. I had Starbucks the other day, and that's where I got the idea for the strawberry cold foam because I had it at Starbucks and it was just it's a white chocolate mocha with strawberry cold foam. And it was okay. Like, the strawberry cold foam was delicious, but the white chocolate mocha, I was like, it's okay. But I was like, I can do this better. So that's going to be my drink on Valentine's Day. I'm going to do the white chocolate mocha, homemade, but with zero sugar, white chocolate, and the strawberry cold foam. Excuse me. I look at all the spooky places I can on Google Earth when I hear about it, especially if I've never been there. Yeah, it's so interesting, right? I want to just dive into like so many different stories and things. And sometimes I think like after I do a story, I was like, well, that was kind of boring. I could have done something else. But then I'm like, don't say that because the ghost might come haunt me because I'm like saying that her story or his story was boring. That is some dreadful history. The whole part about them like in back in the day in the 1800s, whatever, or maybe the early 1900s, and just like not understanding why these people are having epileptic episodes, and instead of trying to help them, they were trying to do tests on them and like take apart their brain and see like why is this thing. And it's terrible because like obviously that place is going to be haunted because these people were like strapped down like terrible animals, you know what I mean? So yeah, that place was eerie as hell. Then there was another one, it was actually in my town that I lived in, and we called them was it the warehouses? Is that what we called it? Yeah, I think we just called it the warehouse or the factory. That's what it was, the factory. So it was actually a factory that was partially underground because it was from World War, I don't want to get the information wrong, but I think it was like World War II, and it just had a whole bunch of like old ass documents and stuff still inside, and I think that they made bombs there and weapons there for the war. And it was that place, I used to go there all the time, but thinking back now, it was so unsafe because there were homeless people in there, you know, like it wasn't safe because like the way there is one part that like literally is so dark in there, and if you fall off the cliff you literally die. Like it was just such a weird building because there were like different parts. Half of it was like underground, but they knocked those factories down as well, and they made like a shopping center there, which I hated that because I was like, but that was history. Like, that was the only cool thing about this town, and you knocked it down. Let's see. Sad story, but I used to be very good at sports, namely handball and oh shoot, my husband was like a really, really, really good handball player in the Bronx back in the day. So that's pretty cool to know. He lived in New York pretty much his whole life. So let's see. There's a book called Weird Civil War: Your Travel Guide to the Ghostly Legends and Best Kept Secrets of the American Civil War. Ooh, that sounds good. Saw the new Wolfman. It's very different compared to the original. Oh, I really want to see that. That was what oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. That was going to be the plan for my birthday. My husband and I were going to go to see Wolfman, and then we found out that Baby Dreadful had school off that day. So then we're like, oh, let's go to a bookstore or something. And then it was too cold to do anything because I didn't want to leave the house when it was that cold, so we didn't do anything. But yeah, I really want to see that movie. How was it? Like, did you actually like it? Or Sylvia says, Phantom, that sounds interesting. And then Tom says, things like that are a big gray area. It's like the Confederate statuses and stuff. They should be remembered for good or ill, but in the case of the latter, it shouldn't be framed as a cautionary tale. Yeah. If you're talking to a ghost in English in Portugal, how would they know to speak English back if they are from the 1500s? That is a really good question. Imagine you're like in a haunted castle in France or something, and like a ghost comes out, and you're just like, bonjour, je m'appelle Danielle, et toi? And they're all like, they start talking French to you, or speaking French to you, thinking you know what you're saying, but that was the only sentence you knew all throughout high school. And then they just keep talking, and you're just like, I don't know what you're saying. And then you say, je ne parle pas français, and then I think that's how you say I don't speak French. I don't know. Je ne parle pas français. I think that's it. Hello, Eric. Welcome. What did he say? But those ghost hunting YouTubers somehow can speak English to them. You pull the tourist on the ghost. Yup. Don't know. I don't know how to. Oh man, guys, my voice is going. Okay, no, we're still good. Let me get some water. Okay, so Cody said, I feel like it's more about family drama than the werewolves, but then again, the werewolves in this aren't exactly traditional. It's less supernatural is all I will say about it. Okay, interesting. I'll probably just, I don't go to the movies too often now because, you know, I'm not going to take my 18-month-old to see an R-rated movie. He would probably just sit there and ask for crackers. Like, that's his favorite thing to eat now. He just likes crackers. Or bananas. Nanas. He'll sit there and be like, nanners? But no, I think I wouldn't take him to the movie theaters just yet. So we'll just wait for it to come out on streaming. But I'm excited. You really need to check all the haunted places in Jefferson one day. Ooh, that sounds fun. Before Little Dreadful came, Mr. Dreadful and I were like, we should do some like real like urban exploring around Texas because there's so many cool spots. And then we only went to Goatman's Bridge, and then we did like 2 ghost tours, which were really cool. We did one there's this town called Grapevine, and that one was really fun. And then we did one in Louisville, and these are like 2 extremely old towns, mind you, so they're haunted. The high school in Grapevine is like certainly haunted. There's so many stories about it. I was reading up on it and I was like, wow. So I think maybe I'll do like a haunted Texas follow-up, like just for, I think maybe I'm gonna like pinpoint certain towns. Let's see. except on the train a couple times. They were speaking to me in French, the train staff. He kept saying stuff, and I pretend I know what he was saying. Let me see. Oh, I skipped the other part. Sorry. I didn't even take French in high school, and I went to France anyway. I could have used the lessons, but it was fine. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can get by with a few sentences. Oh, j'ai mal à la tête means my head hurts. I used to say that a lot because I used to get really bad headaches, especially in French class. So I learned how to say that. And fromage means cheese. Jambon means ham. Yeah, see, I can order ham and cheese on a baguette. Good night, Angel. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, I forgot that you were sick. I hope you feel better, girl. Take care of yourself. Rest up. Cuddle with your fur babies. I used to work with a guy from Kenya that would slip back and forth from French to English. It was super charming. I love that. It's funny. So in Cambodia, my husband's Cambodian, and I think he was saying that some parts speak French as well. So his name, the way it's spelled, like even though it's Tom, it's spelled a different way, and it's kind of like French spelling in a sense. He explained it to me. I'm not explaining it better. Clearly I'm like I'm losing it tonight. You can call me Eric, seems more formal. Sounds great. So we've got 2 Erics in here. Very cool. Yeah, so... Oh, BD is here. Hi, BD. My ancestry is French, and I only know a few sentences. Shame on me. Oh, girl, it's okay. I'm like 50% Italian. Oh, well, I mean, that's based on what I know. I've never done one of those tests or anything like that. But... I don't know a lick of Italian, like, at all. I mean, it's sad. And my grandmother spoke Italian, which it makes me sad to think that I never actually inquired to learn while she was alive. So, but yeah, French, I feel like I would have been good in French, but my teacher, like, I had a really, really nice teacher, and then all of a sudden I went to high school, and this teacher just did not like me, I don't think. And it was just, I had such a bad attitude. When someone like showed that they didn't like me, I was just done the rest of the year. But then I moved and went to another school my sophomore year, and I attempted French. And when I tell you the level of French, it was so interesting because the town that I moved to was like just one town over, because I lived in a pretty small area in New Jersey, and they were considered like, I don't know, like more of a, both towns I wouldn't say were high income, but like they were considered a lower income school and lower income town. So when I got there, I was amazed to see that actually no, like the way I was being taught in one school versus how smart these kids were in this school, it was so mind-blowing to me, because every time, like, I remember like telling people where the town that I was moving to, and they were like, oh my god, like it's awful over there, like the school sucks, it's so bad. And I felt like I got more out of that school than I did at the school that I, the town that I lived in pretty much my whole life. And the way I couldn't keep up with the French, I had to drop the French class because I couldn't keep up with them. They were miles ahead of me because, they all knew the basics, and I didn't even know the basics because the teacher that I had in this school was just like, always had trouble keeping the class quiet, and I don't know, it's just a mess. So, I really liked the teacher that I had for French in the school that I moved to, but I just couldn't hack it. I was like, I don't even know what you guys are doing right now. And I remember I had to do a whole conversation with one of my friends. His name was Jacob. He was really nice. Not to be confused with like Jacob from Twilight, but no, he was cool. And he was like so fluent. He was also Polish. He spoke fluent Polish, but the way, like, I remember I wanted to cry because I was literally shaking because we had to go up in front of the class and do a presentation. And usually I was fine with presentations if they were in English, but this, I had to do a whole conversation in French, and I remember just like standing up there shaking, wanting to cry. And he was like so nice. He was like, just relax, it's fine, you're fine. And then he's like, are you good, are you good? And like, so he became one of my very best friends in that school. And then I moved back to my old town the next year, and I hated it. Like, I hated that school so much. I didn't even want to go back. I was like, But anyway, that's a little bit about me, and let me go with the chat. Sounding cagey, Queenie. What's that mean? If you have your phone, you also have a translator. That's true. I know mostly Italian swears. I do too. Fangul. Eric J is my husband. Oh, welcome, welcome. That's so nice. I love this. A family affair. Love it. But a lot of people speak English nowadays anyway. That is very true. Because they live miserable lives and take it out on the students. Yeah, that is true. I think so. Ugh. There are some teachers that I had, and I was just like, why are you a teacher? You seem to hate me. Or like, you just seem to hate children in general. Oh, I want to take a course in learning a new language, Spanish, Italian, or Chinese. Ooh, that's a hard one. I feel like Spanish would be probably the best way to go, since like a lot of people do speak Spanish. And I don't know. I don't know any Spanish, to be honest with you, but well, a little bit, like little bit. But between my husband knows Spanish pretty decently. So when we went to Cancun and where did we go? A Dominican Republic before that. Everyone pretty much spoke English, to be honest, but it was nice having him being able to like say some stuff. Let's see. Oh, Rose said, oh, wait. Okay, Tom said, BRB, doggo needs a walkie walk. Yes, agreed. Teachers like that are weird. They're looking over their new class. Which one is going to be my punching bag this semester? Sees Danny. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it was because, like, I wasn't even a bad kid. I really wasn't. Like, I was just kind of shy and awkward, but, like, at that age, who isn't? I mean, unless you're, like, a popular person. But I was just very, like, you know, to myself. I had a few good friends, but I don't know, just did not like me. And I tried, I really did. And like, I think because she thought I was like mocking her, but when she would ask me a question and I didn't know what to say, I'd say like, I don't know. And then she'd be like, say it in French. So I was just like, je ne parle pas français. And that's why I know how to say that so well, because I used to say that all the time. And she'd like roll her eyes at me and get mad, and I'm like, but I don't know how to say it, so what am I gonna do? Oh, I think that was the case too. Like, she used to require us to say like, may I use the bathroom in French, and I remember one day I just didn't know how to say it, and like, that's one thing I probably should have learned, and I think I was just being spiteful at that point. But it, like, you know, I got mad because she wouldn't let me use the restroom without saying it in French. I just got up and walked out. It was like, okay, well, you're not going to tell me I can't use the bathroom because I don't know how to say it in French, which that was stupid on my part. I was like 13, 14 at the time, whatever. Isn't it amazing how you went from quiet to online YouTube? I was like that too. Now look at me, public eye, right? It's so interesting. I think it was because I was really, really self-conscious all throughout, like, elementary school. I was like a singer in front, like, I would do all the solos and stuff in school, and I was in church choir, very much into the arts. And then by middle school, I started getting really, like, bullied really, really bad, and I just didn't want to put any more attention on myself. So I decided, like, I quit everything. I was just like, I did choir until 8th grade, but then no, I did stick to choir. That's right, I did stick to choir, but I kind of quit everything else, like drama club and stuff like that, from freshman year until junior year, and then I went back senior year. But it was like I was so bullied, and it was just like I didn't want to put another like a target on myself, so I was just like, I'm just gonna stay out of the spotlight because I hate everything. So I just decided, like, no. But then when I got a little bit more confident my senior year, and then realized, like, wow, all these people were just douchebags and there's nothing wrong with me, it's them, I decided to take that confidence with me into my college. I went to a 2-year college, and I started performing again, which was really cool. Started singing a lot more. And then I decided I wanted to do broadcasting, like media broadcasting. So I took classes on that. Like, that was my major. I never finished, but I think it definitely, you know, gave me a little bit of a boost of what I'm doing now. So I speak at least a few words in several languages. I was starting to get good at Mandarin, but then my Chinese friend ghosted. Oh, lame. Confidence, what's that? Ask Demi Lovato. She knows all about it. She sings about it. Right? That's the one? Yeah, she's the one. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened. And that's why now I'm like, oh, I actually really like doing YouTube. It's fun. And that's why I think when I get mean comments, I just like shut down. I'm like, it's a me problem. I need to get over it, because if I do grow any more than I already have, it's kind of like, well, not everyone's going to like me, so I just have to take that into consideration. I don't like being the center of attention. I get super awkward. I understand that. Sometimes during work meetings, I'm still kind of like that awkward person. Like, I don't know, for some reason I was in a meeting yesterday and I thought someone was talking about someone else, and I said, oh yeah, like he's in this meeting or something, and everyone's like staring at me and like, what are you talking about? He's in this meeting. And I was just like, oh wait, I thought you meant this person. And then I just shut up and I just turned my camera off. It was like, I'm not talking anymore. But I do definitely still have my awkward moments, and then I turn like bright red because I'm like, that was stupid, I shouldn't have said that, but it happens. So I like writing, and then you do your thing on camera. Exactly. Perfect pair. Oh, I was like, what is that noise? My husband is playing Genshin Impact in the next room. As reclusive creators, we don't want your attention, we want your money. I don't know, I like it's not even about having attention. I like just talking. I always love talking. Like, that's been my thing ever since I was little. I just like to talk about anything and everything. And I don't know, like, I love doing my Danny Dreadful stuff, don't get me wrong, but I also kind of want a channel where I can just talk freely about whatever's going on, like current events. So I'm toying with that idea, but not yet. I really want to build up my Danny Dreadful channel first and see how this goes. Danny, are you reading my book? Oh, any book. Okay. Are you reading any book? Yes, I am. I am reading Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. It's the 3rd book of the Empyrean series. Am I saying that right? Yeah. So it's like dragons and dragon riders and venom. It's a whole world. It's great. I started reading it, then I was sick and I didn't pick it back up, but I'm going to. How about you? Anybody else reading any good books? Let's see. Yeah, it's really good. It's you know, the first one is called Fourth Wing. That's the one you should start with if you start reading it. But my goodness, the first one was so good. The second one definitely dragged a little bit for me, and I'm worried that the third one is going to. But after that, I'm jumping back into another series that I started. And then, yeah, pretty much that's it. The Butterfly Girl is what I'm currently reading. Ooh, what's that about? Kind of sounds like the girl with the dragon tattoo. Nice. The three dragons after we wrap up. Feeling super creative. Just completed Lantern Rites. And oh, Goth Mommy loves Genshin. Yeah, my husband, it's funny. Like, we'll be sitting there, like, just hanging out. He'll be playing his video game. And, like, there's a lot of food involved in that game, it sounds like. Because someone's always like, I need food, or I'm eating, or something. Alright, guys, my voice is actually going. Sorry. But I held out as long as I can. I had a really good time tonight. I'm glad you all joined. Nice. The Three Dragons is the first book in my new series. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Alright, guys. Well, I love you all. Thank you so much for coming to stream tonight. Try to do one next week as well. Yeah. Oh wait, is next week Valentine's Day? Might do an earlier stream. We might do a Thursday stream if I think it's Valentine's Day next Friday. So if not, we'll have a pre-Valentine's Day stream. And I love you all. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys